Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot with your reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Taurus for the first half of March 2019. You can find me, I guess I should probably take this other card that came out too. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot, or you can check out my website at notsomysticaltarot.com if you're interested in a personal reading. For anyone that has ordered a reading, I'd like to just say thank you so much for trusting me with all of the things that you hold near, dear, and personal. And I'm just about caught up, so if you've ordered a reading from me, check your inbox for instructions. It may already be there. All right, let's get started, Taurus. We start out here, we have the Two of Pentacles. You are building a foundation, setting up a balance, learning to incorporate something new into your life. It looks like to me you're really in the planning stages of something very important for you. You also have here the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is also about planning and looking towards your future, kind of assessing where you've been. You've started on a new path fairly recently, and you're taking action towards some like new and different goals, and that coincides here with this Two of Pentacles, that you're kind of building a new foundation. You could have be readjusting your finances. You could have started a new job, but whatever it is, you have taken this action here. Rods and wands are always action, and you're moving in a positive direction, and you're making some plans now because you've taken some serious, you've hit some serious intent towards your goals, and you're doing some things to make that happen and make the result of your actions, right, like here, be balanced and be positive, be like a good solid foundation for you to move forward. Now you have the Tower, but it looks to me like this has already happened, and that's what caused you to take the action that you had taken. That's what caused you to move forward here on some plans that you wanted to make. And it's possible, even if this was like an upset, even if this Tower moment was a little bit not what you wanted at the time, or something you knew you had to deal with but you just didn't want to deal with it yet, even so, it has caused you to almost start over. And that's okay, because sometimes we need those Tower moments. A lot of people don't like the Tower, but when I see it, it always reminds me that we're going to start something new. We're going to move on. We're going to do something different. You also have the Nine of Swords, and that to me, it says this Tower moment was actually almost a relief, because this Nine of Swords is all about like staying up all night, worrying, looking over your shoulder, wondering when the other shoe is going to drop, wondering how long is this going to last, how am I going to make it through this, how is this going to work out, and like I said, sleepless nights, worrying, always, how can you move forward when you're doing this all the time? When you're running a race and you're looking behind you to see who might catch up to you, you're not going to have your best time. It's not going to happen. So that Tower moment might have been something that just kind of blew this out of the water, all this looking and worrying, whatever. Once this happens, there's nothing left to worry about. It's gone, right? And I think that's kind of what happened, and that's why you're building this new foundation here, and you're taking some time to plan and look at where you've started to move toward. And the other card, you have an extra card that came out, but I wanted to keep it because this happens for a reason, right? You have the Three of Wands. So this shows a progression here. You're observing, you're kind of looking over the lay of the land, kind of like, okay, this is where I'm going, this is where I've gotten myself oriented around to. These are the things that I'm doing to move forward. And then here you have a progression, which is really very encouraging, because I think this Tower moment was a little bit of an upheaval for you. But you can see here, she's out on this precipice, and she's like, it's not scary. Like, nobody's like forced her out there and they're going to push her off. She's more standing out there going, where do I want to go next? I mean, she's got this beautiful, valley that's like, all sunny and gorgeous in front of her, and behind her, she's got all these things she's accomplished, and all this, all of these, miles she's traveled, to get to this place. So it's really a nice progression here from the making plans and, taking some action, but not being exactly sure what direction you want to move in. And now you're at the Three of Wands, where you've progressed up again, and now you're really like looking toward the future. Like you're a little more solid in what you're doing versus just kind of like being the new kid on the block. You're not an old seasoned veteran yet, but you're not the brand new kid on the first day of school either. You're okay. You're settling in. like I said, you're building this kind of practical foundation. You're sort of settling in. This could even be you dating somebody new, and maybe now going home, thinking, maybe you had a really bad breakup and you thought, I'm not ever dating anybody again as long as I live, or whatever. Or, maybe you got away from somebody who terrorized you all the time and you were like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. And somehow you ended up taking action and, and dating someone, being in a relationship or whatever. And now you're like, oh, they're not so bad. Maybe this relationship thing could work. Who knows? And maybe that's what you're planning. But that could be job, practical life. It could be anything that you've been working on. Now, I'm a little bit encouraged here because the underlying energy you have, one of the cards you have is the Fool. And the Fool is all about taking that leap of faith. So it either it was a new job that you took on or maybe a new relationship, but that is definitely a leap of faith. And the Fool is, starting out a brand new journey. So that's really, really exciting if you were able to do that, even if it took this Tower moment to get you there, or it took being fed up with looking over your shoulder, waiting for the other shoe to drop to invest yourself in something different. Maybe that's what it was, but I'm really glad that you were there, and it's very encouraging to see that. It's been a rough couple of months for a lot of people, so maybe you've decided to open yourself up to some new experiences, and you're really ready to do something different. And here we have one of my favorites, the King of Swords. So fear not, do not worry. The King of Swords is the most shrewd, besides the Queen, but he is the most shrewd of the bunch. He knows what's going on, when it's happening. You're not going to fool him. No one's going to fool the King of Swords. The King of Swords he's got like that rapier kind of wit and that sharp mind. You know how they say like, you can't fool someone who is the person that's, I don't want to swear, you can't lie to somebody who is a really good liar. It's not that the King of Swords is a liar, but it's more that he's heard it all before. You're not going to tell him anything new. So whatever this is that's going on, whether it's a new job or relationship or whatever it is that you've kind of opened yourself up to, and you're starting to kind of build a foundation and plan and look into the future, this King of Swords is right there over your shoulder, making sure that it's legit. He's just kind of making sure everything is cool and that you're not getting yourself back into a situation like this where you're waiting for the other shoe to drop and, you're looking over your shoulder, just knowing something bad's going to happen. The feeling I keep hearing is you want to just be pure, pure of heart, pure of mind, pure of spirit. Just enjoy this. Just really enjoy this. I want to thank you guys for watching and let me know how this goes for you. Thanks.